welcome to another episode of Wolf Talk. We've got a very special guest today, the newly titled Commonwealth silver title holder, Martin Hillman, back from Africa. How's it going, Martin?
Good, thanks, mate. Good to be here. Thanks for having me on. It's a pleasure.
Thanks for coming on. I seen, and you must be really busy at the minute. Seen you on Sky Sports.
That was crazy. It's been non-stop at the minute, but I'm enjoying it and just rolling with it. Sky Sports is like nothing I've ever done before, but great experience. So happy with it.
No, that's excellent. We will talk about your newly held title, because obviously it's a big topic. But with all our guests, we just like to take it back to a little bit near the beginning. See how growing up was like when you was introduced to boxing. So what was growing up like for you?
Growing up was fine. I've got a good mum and dad. Always done their best for me and stuff. Fairly normal, to be honest with you. I got into boxing age 12. I started actually. I come from a boxing family. My dad boxed, my uncles boxed professionally and high level amateur. My granddad boxed. I was never pushed into it though. What actually made me start was picking up the boxing news off the side, because my dad's always got that for years. Having a read of it and just took me a few months of asking and stuff like that, and never looked back since, really.
I think that's important, isn't it? That, I mean, it's quick when you've got a family and you're born into a family of boxers to try and push you into it, but I think it's important that you don't get pushed into it and it is your own choice.
Exactly. Yeah.
Something you got to fall in love with yourself, isn't it?
100%. Yeah, and if you don't, you shouldn't be doing it. So, I think that was I wouldn't still be doing it now if it wasn't my own choice and myself who got into it.
And that's it. What was it like first time in the gym? Was you in there with your dad, or was it people you didn't know?
No, he took me. He kept out of it, but he took me to the gym and that at that age, and started at Eltham ABC, age 12. It used to be above Greenwich Football Club, so it was in this little gym, this little room above a football club, and just remember smelling the sweat, the hard work going on, seeing the bags being worked, the pads being done and stuff, and just couldn't wait to get stuck into it myself, really.
What was that like, trying at the age of 12? Obviously, you've got school to deal with and everything, and then how often was you training a week?
Yeah, we used to go there, I think, 3 nights a week. Sometimes maybe do something on the weekend, like training wise as well. But it was. I really enjoyed it, and all through my teenage years, it gave me a focus, something to do, something to aim for. Kept me away from other distractions, which I think's good.
So, did you have friends that went there with you, or was it flying solo?
Flying solo. Yeah, flying solo. Made friends at the boxing gym. That's it.
I think that's important as well, because sometimes you want to get a hobby and then you go with friends and that, and they end up becoming a distraction. They might not be into it as much as you are. So
100%. If you've gone and done it yourself and you're getting on well, you don't need no one.
No, that's it. How long after you started then, how long did it take you to start competing?
I was age 12 when I had my first fight. Probably about 3-4 months after I went in the gym, something like that. First walked in the gym. About 3-4 months. Yeah,
Do you
weighing
compete
in at 40 kilos, I think I was then.
40 kilos? How often was
Yeah.
you competing there?
Uh, so I had a lot of amateur fights. I think my first season I had 11 bouts in a season. So I was active. All in all, I had about 76 amateur fights, but that's junior and senior.
Yeah,
Um, did take a little break, not to stop boxing, but when I was about 17, 18, I went into the unlicensed, had about 5 fights on the unlicensed. So obviously my amateur career stalled for a while. Um, done that for a while, then went back to the amateurs for a few more years to finish that off.
how did you find that, the unlicensed route?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I was very young at the time, like fighting men, so I wasn't. I was doing well because I was well schooled as an amateur and had more experience than all of them probably. But I couldn't. I couldn't stop them, or it was like wins on points and stuff, and having to grind it out really. Because a lot of the time I was giving away weight, giving away a lot of age, as in maturity, because I was only a baby myself, 17, 18.
Yeah, I think at that age you haven't come into your physicalness and you haven't got that experience behind you then, have you?
No, exactly. I mean, some kids, they get that physical strength young. I mean, you look at a young Mike Tyson. Obviously, he
Yeah.
had it, but yeah, I didn't. So yeah, my schooling in boxing and stuff like that got me through. But yeah, it would have been, if I tried to turn pro then, it would have been way too soon. I wouldn't have done good at all.
And you said you went back to the amateurs after that. Well, how
Mm.
come you decided to go back to the amateurs?
Um, just you know, better regulated, not giving away loads of weight, more regular fights. Because, like I said, I was about 2 years doing that unlicensed. Only had 5 fights, loads of cancellations, loads of pullouts. Um, I just thought, I'll get back on the amateurs. I'd finished my apprenticeship, so I'd started earning proper money. So there was no motive to earn money from fights. Because when I was on a poor apprentice wage, to get a few £100 for a fight or something was a big bonus for me then.
Yeah.
So I went back to the amateurs, competed in the ABAs, and done things the proper way, and then that was for a few years. Then got a chance and turned pro, and here we are now. 26 pro fights in. 27, sorry, 27 pro fights in.
How did you find that transition from going to the amateurs to the pros?
I struggled with it, to be honest with you, because it's a total, like, I was a very like on my toes boxer as an amateur, like a very amateur style in and out move. I wasn't sitting down on my punches properly and fighting more of a pro sort of style. Like, I still believe in good boxing even in the pros, but there is a big difference. It's a different fight to an amateur fight, definitely.
You say you think you've grown into that fully now, the pro, and changed it up.
Yeah, 100%. I've learned on the job over the years. I think I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed the journey. There's been ups and downs. But we're on a high at the minute, and yeah, overall, I've loved it really.
Now, obviously we'll take you forward now with this new title that you've brought back to the UK. How did this come about?
So the Commonwealth Silver Super Bantam title was it it had come vacant. Me and the opponent who I ended up fighting was in like the top, like both eligible to fight for it in the ratings and stuff. It was meant to happen at Tolworth Centre in London. Originally, all booked in for then. All good. British Boxing Board approved the fight. The Commonwealth Boxing Council approved the fight for the title. 2 weeks before, after doing a camp, sorting everything, he gets denied a UK visa by the Home Office. So nothing to do with boxing, just he can't get in the country. So I don't know if he's got like a criminal record or something like that. I don't know, but then speaking back to the Commonwealth about what my position was now, they said, look, you can have a postponement. If you still do the fight, you two can still fight for it. If not, you're going to have to, if you change the opponent or anything like that, we're going to have to reapply for it. I knew through the grapevine there'd been a lot of other boxers trying to go for this, and I thought my reapplication don't get accepted or whether it's a title shot I've lost. I really wanted to get a Commonwealth belt. So I'd think, how can I make this happen? Obviously, he can't get in the country, but there's nothing stopping me leaving the country. So we rescheduled it originally for Ghana. I've got a contact out there, Box Office Promotions, who I boxed on his show in 2024 at Bookham Stadium. It was an amazing show. He agreed to put the fight on, said it'd be great to have a Commonwealth title fight on. Everything was all go. Flights were booked. Visas were done for me because we need a visa to get into them countries. And then a tragedy happened on a Ghana boxing show, and the government have suspended all boxing. They put a ban on all professional boxing shows, which has never happened in history in that country. So it's a very strong boxing country, Ghana. Produced a lot of world champions, stuff like that. So I thought, what can we do now? I was speaking back and forth with the promoter. He had a lot of boxers who were disappointed and wanted to fight, and other sort of regional titles and that to put on. So he spoke to one of his contacts, and we moved the show across the border to Togo, basically. So still flew into Ghana, mate. Stayed there for a night. Then we had to get a bus, which was a 5-hour bus journey across West Africa, across all of Ghana, rural Ghana, across the border into Togo, to the show, the rescheduled show there, which my Ghanaian contact was co-promoter of. So we got all that done. We also had to convince the Commonwealth to allow us to put it on, because Togo have never done a Commonwealth title fight in their history, despite being a Commonwealth country. So it was a lot of back and forths. In the end, they had to use an A-star referee and a highly rated supervisor, both from Ghana, and they had to come over to Togo for the show. Because Ghana officials can still work in boxing, just not in Ghana. So got all that approved, and got the fight on. Managed to get it done, which I'm very happy about. I ended up being the first British boxer to ever fight in Togo, ever.
That's something to be proud of.
Yeah.
But leading up to that, we've all like you said, them setbacks that were happening, did it start to put doubt in your mind that it would even go ahead?
Yeah, honestly, it messed with my head. Like, I thought I was cursed. Like, anytime I got over a problem, another one come in to like stop it, and it was in the balance for a while, and it was touch and go, and I was worried, and you know, had people help me out. I didn't want to look like a messer and stuff like that. But in the end, it come good, and we got it done. Yeah.
What mindset was you in when you got there? I mean, you'd had all these setbacks, you did all this traveling, you're in a different country, so you're already under it. But what with all the traveling and everything on board, how was your mindset when you finally got there?
Yeah, it was a bit. See, the thing is, what I've found, because I've boxed in Ghana before,
Yeah.
they can seem like very chaotic, last minute people, but they get things done. They do deliver on what they promise. Well, the dealings I've had anyway. So I kind of had that in the back of my mind. And also, like, my dad helped me out a lot. Like, he talked to me, he's calm. He talked to me calm and just said, look, it don't matter where this fight is. Boxing is boxing anywhere in the world, right? It's a boxing ring, boxing rules. We don't care if it's in an empty car park, right? We just stick to what we planned on doing, and we got it. You know, all this other chaos, just don't worry about it. Just let's roll with it, and whatever will be, will be. I can be ready half hour, boom, done, ready to box, warmed up. So yeah, in a grand scheme of things, yeah, that kept me sort of in the right mindset and positive. You know.
I think it's important to have someone in your corner like that that is calm, lets you
Mm.
focus on the boxing itself, keeps you calm and sorts the other stuff out for you. I think that's really important.
Yeah, yeah,
You got
it
to go
is.
into your fight, haven't you? Concentrating solely on the fight, not what's going on around it.
100%. Yeah, and it was a bit of like it was more difficult because it was like nowhere I've ever boxed. It was the ring was on the sand on the beach, right? So like walking across the beach to get into the ring. Um, so like the people were lovely though. I can't diss there was people there setting up their own barbecues, and they had their drums going and like little mini parties going on around the ring. But where we got changed, the changing area weren't like changing rooms. We got given an area on like a patio, in a cocktail bar in this hotel that was a beachside resort type place. Um, so we're there rapping hands, doing pads, stuff like that, and there's people there having beers, cocktails, relaxing, looking around like, what's this guy doing? So it was very different. Like there was palm trees there. Yeah, it was madness.
You managed to get the job done and get the victory.
Yes.
What did that mean to you? What was your emotions like after that?
Meant everything. Biggest win of my career. It didn't sink in properly for a couple of days. I think. Like I'm so happy I went through and done it. I'm so proud. Um, I beat a guy 10-0 with 8 stoppage wins. He could punch. He was dangerous. Um, yeah, I'm over the moon with it, mate. I'm delighted. Yeah, I'm very proud, happy, everything.
How long after the fight did you stay over in Togo?
So yeah, we stayed over fight night that night, which was good because I actually, when I got out of the ring, about 15, 20 minutes after, once I'd had photos and a little celebration, I threw up 3 times. Um, the quack, the doctor there, come and see me, and he said he's got heat stroke because it was a very humid night, and he's a little bit concussed. So I was feeling a bit worse for wear. Obviously, we got back to the hotel that night. Just had a chill, laid in. Next day, though, had to get a 5-hour bus journey back to Accra in Ghana. So had that, but at least this time, I could have snacks and drinks or whatever and
Yeah.
not worry about making weight and fighting. Sorry. And the journey itself was fascinating, saw wildlife, met people like at the stop off points, and yeah, it was an eye opener. Then we got back into Accra early afternoon because we left early morning. Had a day there at like a nice hotel, chilled by the pool in the room, had a nice meal, stayed that night, and then the next morning, that's when we flew back to the UK.
I bet with all that
So,
travelling, I bet you it didn't even really sink in until you reached back at the UK, did it?
no, it really didn't. Like, and the mad thing was I couldn't get the day off work. So I landed back the Monday morning, 4:30 a.m. at London Gatwick Airport. I had to be in work by 8 a.m. So
Crazy.
yeah, it was crazy. But the other guy who does who does MOTs and the more like mechanical repairs and that, he had booked it off before this whole Africa trip come up and couldn't get out of it. He was going on holiday himself, so they needed me. So I just had to get on the double espresso coffees and that, mate, and just get through the day. Got through that work day, come back, just slept straight through. Had work again the next day. Then it started to sink in what I'd done and stuff, what we'd done. Sorry, yeah.
That's crazy. So you didn't even get the first day back to recover or anything. That's commitment to your job.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hope they appreciate it.
They should do.
But yeah, no, yeah. So it's back on the grind now. But yeah, I'm very happy and proud of it. So
And that fight was being broadcast on YouTube, wasn't it?
yeah. So well, what it was, I live streamed it as well on
Yeah.
my Insta. I had my cousin come out there with us, just like paid his own way, just wanted to support, help in any way, which was really appreciated. And yeah, he bought a tripod and set up signed into my Insta and live streamed it. But it's now on YouTube, which was actually properly filmed,
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've got the memory of it. But crazy setting, crazy fight. To be honest with you, I suffered horrific cuts in it.
With everything you've been through and the whole journey, it's something you're never going to forget, ever. It's one to tell the kids.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's yes, my maddest story in boxing, yeah, it's the biggest and best thing I've ever done by far, but I'm so happy I kept pushing to make it happen, because it worked out in the end, but it was a painful experience, first round he headbutted me, opened my eye right up, was a massive cut. But sorry as well, I will have to say the officials were really, really good, really, really fair as well. They took points off him for headbutts. They officiated it really well. I can have no moans at that,
Yeah. No, that's good.
Yeah, so I was actually probably treated better there than I am sometimes in the UK, officialing wise.
Just
But
sometimes you find that, don't you?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, but that was fair. He had 2 points. That one in the first round, one in the second round. He headbutted me again, bad. and I was pouring out. The third round, I scored a knockdown on him as he come. I stepped round and threw like a left hook that caught him. It was a bit of a flash knockdown, but it counted. Fourth round was a steadier round. Fifth round, we had an absolute war. And the sixth round, the doctor stopped the fight on the cut because it was too horrifically bad.
Yeah.
And I didn't know properly what the rules were. Like, does that mean I've lost? Does that mean, like, but if it goes past 4 rounds, they add up the points up to that point in the fight, and
Yeah.
whoever's winning wins the fight on a technical decision. So I thought, right, well, surely I've got a 10-8 from a knockdown, and I've got 10-8 from the second round from a headbutt, and 10-8 from the first round. I've got to win this, right? You know?
That's it. Now you have brought that title back to Britain. What's next for you? What doors will open up for you? What's your plans?
Well, that's what I'm actually going to meet with my manager this coming week to discuss like possible plans, because I've got that it's a Commonwealth title belt. I've only locked in and focused on winning that. That was my only focus on not what was next.
Yeah.
Because I think it's a great achievement in itself. But
Yeah.
yeah, now who knows? It's got to be a big fight in the UK for me, surely. I would have thought.
It's got to be. It's got to have opened up some doors for you now.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, I really hope so. I would expect so. You know, I mean, I suppose I have challengers coming at me for this belt as well. So, you know, but we'll see.
Sorry, mate. The camera's gone funny on this now.
Oh, is it?
Here we go. We're back. It
I
went a
can
bit
still see
AWOL
you.
then. Yeah, I couldn't see
All
you
right.
then for a minute. Well, it's
Oh,
definitely
right.
opened
Okay.
up some doors because you went, like we mentioned earlier, you was on Sky Sports. I bet that was a bit surreal, wasn't it?
Unreal. Yeah. I've never done anything like that. You know, the treatment was great. Like, they felt like a celebrity how they was treating us. Like, I went there with my dad. You know, they gave us all free food, coffees, and that throughout the day. When the guy rung me up and said, like, do you want to come in? I was like, yeah, no worries. I was like, look, is there parking? And he said, oh no, don't worry. We'll send a car to your address. Send us your address. They sent me a cab to get all the way up London, and a cab back as well. They treated us good. Yeah, it was amazing to do it. You know, so I feel very lucky.
No, it's great. You should be really proud of what you've achieved.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
like you
very
said,
much so.
you get back to your team now and try and work out what the next step is and what's best.
100%. That's it. Yeah. That's so we're having. I'm gonna have a chat late this weekend. Sorry, with manager, and we're gonna discuss and see if there's anything on the table, or if not, where we can go, what we can do. You know. So yeah, it's exciting though.
It is. Well, I won't keep you much longer because I know how busy you've been and how busy you still are. So I'll
Yeah.
let you go. But I just want to congratulate you on what you've already achieved and wish you well for what you may achieve going forward.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate your support as well with the sponsorship and stuff on the care package. It was highly appreciated, mate. Yeah, I mean that. Thank you.
We'll back you all the way, mate. Back you on to
Thank
many
you.
more titles.
Yeah. Let's go and get the next one now, eh?
I want to thank you again for joining us and giving us your time.
My pleasure. My pleasure.